So first and foremost, I would like to say I'm doing this to reach out to just a lot of different people who are starting off, and who are starting and getting into spirituality. And at first, I didn't know that I had a lot of knowledge to give until I was told, yeah, like you need to tell you, or you need to, you know, show how you started and how you did things. So I started around when I was 17, 18 years old. Really 17. So I started when I was 17, and I just started getting into the form of it. My mother was very spiritual. So my mother was very spiritual, but I feel like spirit has always been in my life because I always felt spirit in a way. I just didn't understand or recognize it until I was like 17, 18. Same thing with my mother, for real. And it's crazy because all of it really started and happened when major people who was like so big in my life passed away. Like my uncle passed away in 2018, and then my brother in 2020. I think that's where it started at. I was 17 when my brother passed away. Yeah, I was 17. It was a bit of a challenge for me because it was very different. But I think that's when I just jumped right into it right after he died, because that it was very just, it was hurtful, very much so. But I was also in school at that time too, so it was a lot going on. But I feel like spirituality has always been a part of my life, always, since I was a child, And this is just us finally stepping more into it when I hit like 17, 18 with the crystals. Because when I was 17, I started off with the tarot cards. I actually had my first Misa at 17 too. Started off with the tarot cards, went to my first Misa, and when I did, I understood who I really was at that moment, because at first I'm like, I'm a regular old person. I didn't understand, especially me going out of high school. So it was me learning that. Found that out. And now I'm 21. And I've learned a lot over the years. I learned a lot. I feel like spirituality and you dealing with spirit every day and things like that, it's an ongoing, life period is an ongoing healing process. I feel like spirit guides you to certain things and certain events in your life, but God in general, to help you with just healing in general. Like, I can be at one part of my life and I'm like, oh, okay, I finally healed from that. Yeah, I finally healed. I'm ready. Then jump into the next thing and I'm like, dang, okay, I got some stuff to work on a little bit. all right, but it's all. But I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like it's a good thing because it helps us realize, it helps us understand a lot of times. And a lot of people, when they do see it, they try to ignore it. Me, I'm going to be honest, when I feel it, when I see it, I be like, because I feel a tiny bit from it, just a little bit. I try to nudge it off, but then when I feel a lot, when I be around people, that's when I be like, yeah, it's time to wrap it up. Let's just stop. But my gift, I channel. I am a medium. I talk to spirit. I talk to my ancestors. I can sense spirit. And sometimes when I'm around a lot of people, it can be sensitive for me. So I have to wrap my head at times, but things like that. But yes, it started when my brother died when I was 17. When he had got hit by a jet ski, in August of 2020, and they rushed him to the hospital. As he was going to the hospital, mind you, I was already into spirituality, but it was just me getting deeper into it. They rushed him to the hospital, and as they rushed him to the hospital, in the parking lot, I'm hearing his voice. I'm hearing his voice like clear. And I should have noticed then, if I'm hearing his voice, he's already in spirit. I should have noticed then, but I didn't know. I didn't know that I didn't notice that. I didn't know that I didn't. I should have noticed then, but I was hearing his voice, and he was talking to me, telling me he was trying to hold on. He was trying to, but he couldn't, you know? And I think that really shook me up, because I saw it happen before, you know? And this wasn't just any sibling. This was, I won't say just any sibling. All of my siblings, we are very, very, very close. I'm from very close. So it was, we all took it like hard a little bit. But after that happened, I took a break from spirituality because I saw it. I did a reading on him and I saw it, but I was just messing around. It's my first time using tarot cards. So when I saw it, it actually scared me, sort of, because I didn't want that to happen. But I ignored it. We left, and it happened. Mind you, it was in a different state. It happened. We came back. I sort of just stopped working on my spirituality. Stopped. But when I stopped, it didn't make me feel no better. Like, I felt like literally I was losing my mind. And I was crying, and I couldn't stop because I was missing him so much. Like, it was hard a little bit for me, a little bit. Sorry, y'all, so playing. But he told me, come and sit down. He said, come here, Tia, come here. Come here. And I came, and he told me, sit down. And I sat down. This was, and I never really heard from spirit clearly until then. He said, come sit down. I sat down. He said, meditate. And we, so in my house I used to live at, because I lived up north. I sat down and I meditated. And when I meditated, he told me sit down and meditate in front of the fire. And I did. And I saw him. I saw him, and I had to trust in him when I did. And I saw him clear as day, and I just cried. I cried so hard. And that's when I knew I had to go back, but they told me to, because it was something that I couldn't deal with by myself. So I had to allow them to help me. So that's when I started with the altars and things like that. So that was just the start of it. So I knew of ancestors. I knew of my spirit guides, my guardian angels, but I knew of my ancestors first as I was getting into it. None of my ancestors would communicate with them, things like that. I didn't hear from, I didn't know the difference between ancestors and spirit at first. Found out the difference when they were talking to me and they presented themselves in a way. They actually gave me a recipe to do for a sweet jar. When they told me that, I sat and I listened and I wrote down everything that they were saying to me. And so the sweet jar that I was making, because I took, so I have a beautiful and wonderful spiritual mentor who helped me a lot. So she did a mentorship just to start off when it comes to spiritual practice and things like that. And but when it comes to she did an herbs class, she did a candle class, things like that. So I took it. I was starting to do a sweet jar, And I was just listening to myself as I did it. So when I did the sweet jar, I did this, then mind you, I did this 3 times. The first time, I was like, I don't think this is right. So I'm like, okay. So I had to pour it out. Second time I did it, it had mold in it. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's about to stress me out. So Spirit finally told me. But the first and the second time, I kept hearing from them. And I had to just listen and let them guide me and trust in them. They told me to put everything in a paper bag. Put everything in a paper bag and take that sugar content that I had and go put it in the dirt outside. And that's exactly what I did. I went outside and I went to go put it in dirt. And I put it in the dirt, and I didn't even know, I just was following Spirit. Came back in, I made a new one, and this was with their guidance. It's crazy now. I'm 21. The person, the beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous, which is someone who is my mentor. She was saying something. She was having a class, and she was saying that any old contents of sweet jar, just put it in the ground. And I'm like, ooh, that was a lot of confirmation, because I did that when I was like 18. But ever since I started that, it took off. And I just wanted to know more, so I did research. I was just doing research, and me being young, I was just researching and experiencing in that moment. I started journaling, and I was more like a shy type of individual when it came to schooling, things like that. I wasn't shy, I just wasn't as talkative. But it was me still building up my confidence and my self-esteem. Because I was a little tomboy in high school, I'm gonna be honest, little tomboy. And my brother who transitioned always used to tell me, you're a girl, T. And I'm like, boy, like, get out of my face. But my mother ended up moving down south, and I was still up north for a while. So that's when I finally stepped into it a lot more, because I started to light the altars, light different candles, but just just getting there with myself. But my mentor had told me, when they call it a spiritual practice, that's what it is, a spiritual practice. So that's what I was doing, like every week. It was a money candle every week. But then it was some more things added to it. Like I started to know the meaning behind a lot of different things. Like my mentor started something with affirmations. And that was a big thing, because for me, it was such an eye-opener. Me coming out of high school and me busting out my shell. So it was such a big thing for me, like such a big thing. Started with my affirmations, and my mind was starting to change rapidly, because it was just like I wasn't the same, shy and this, and I wasn't thinking in so much of lack. I was thinking, or me limiting myself. I was thinking of like, damn, I can do whatever I would like to do in this world. And that's how it started with me, you know? And me building a deeper relationship. Also during that time, me just building a deeper relationship with my people. A closer connection with my people. Trust me, you will hear from them if you just sit by the altar and listen. I used to get up every morning and just sit there and listen to them. Whether if I'm sitting by the altar for 30 minutes to an hour, I would cry by the altar. I would just do whatever, because it was just me. It was a form of healing for me. And I used to feel, my brother is very funny, very funny. I will feel his presence. I was crying by the altar, and my little brother came and hugged me. And as he hugged me, he felt just like him. Just like him. He's very, very sweet. He's always been. Him and my uncle, it changed. It changed. But also, before I even knew about altars, when I was 17, I forgot to mention this. When I was 17, I would just, when my uncle passed away, it was hard for me too a little bit, because he was a father figure to me. So I used to just set up a candle, a glass of water, and his picture. And I used to sit there and watch TV shows with him and put some food down. I knew about altars, but it wasn't a deeper knowledge about it. So this all started in high school. 17 through 19. Right now I am 21. So so as I hit 19, no, it was actually my birthday, my 20th birthday. I gained the courage to move to another state, move to where my mom was at. And it was a whole breakthrough for me. It was different at first because I was still getting out of just a lot of baggage that I used to go through in high school. So people pleasing and everything else. It was me getting out of that. And like just seeking validation from others, it was me getting out of that. You know, it was me having to change. And for me to accept change in my life, for me to be able to grow. And trust me, that change was very uncomfortable, very much uncomfortable. But in the long run, it helped me so much. Like where I'm at mentally now versus where I was, it's so much different. Like it's like a whole 360. And I'm just here to tell all the girls who are going through this phase and is transitioning into spirituality and walking in it. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Let your benevolent spirit guide you and be okay with them guiding you. They're not ever going to lead you wrong. Build that relationship and that connection with your ancestors, because they're the ones that should come first. Whoever it is, they will always be with you because you're a part of their blood runs through your veins. It runs through your veins, and you were the one who was chosen. And that's what I had to recognize, and I had to see and understand. My family, my siblings and stuff, they understand. And they know me by now. But my outside family, when it comes to cousins and stuff like that, they don't understand. They would judge a lot, but I don't give a damn, because it's not your life, it's mine. I really do not care. And there's no point to go back and forth. There's no point to try to convince them. You have to let people be people. Just as long as I don't have to be around you, I am good. Even if I am around you, it's me placing them boundaries down. It's me placing the boundaries down. Because trust me, I was around a lot of family members like that. They didn't understand I could read the hell out of you. I could read you and have you really sit there. But we're not going to go to that. You have to let people be people and just let them deal with their own issues and deal with whoever they are. And a lot of them aren't just bad people, but they're just scared and just don't know at times. Like, just don't know who, I won't say don't know who you are, but just don't know like what everything is. But I don't care. I'm not about to explain to you. I don't seek validation from no one. So it's me getting out of that completely. And now I don't really care. I don't really care. But believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Have patience. Have patience. Everything is going to work out. But have patience. But affirmations help me a lot. Affirmations. I will wake up and doing affirmations, but just changing your mindset. You have to, I felt like I had to change my routines around. So staying on my phone, getting on my phone in the morning was a no-no. Also staying on my phone at night all the way till it was like dark was another no-no. I had to rearrange things around for myself. I had to rearrange things around for myself. But even though I had to do that, I also found fun in the certain things that I was doing, you know? So don't see it as, oh, I have to work, and do this and do this and do that. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Grow with it. And everything is going to be okay. Take one thing at a time. Take one thing at a time. It's called a spiritual practice for a reason. It's called that for a reason. And to this day, I will get up and do something every week. Thursdays for Money Day, so let me light a candle this week, or let me light a candle that week. I see Monday and Friday me doing something for self-love, self-work, things like that. So I do them those 2 days out the week, maybe, or 1 day out the week. Just setting up your own routine that you feel comfortable with, and that you just getting things on the road. Eventually, sorry, I'm laughing because eventually Spirit sometimes tries to amp that up and get you to do it in another way. Like, Spirit will literally get you out of your comfort zone. Like, I'm trying to tell you, and put you in situations where you have to get out of your comfort zone. It's just like, wait a minute. Many of times they done that before with me, and I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, and so it's always me finding joy and just enjoyment in the situation and fun. It's not as us, I feel like, you having to, oh, I have to do this, and this has to be chill. Let them just guide you. But build that relationship with them, because they will, remember, they're your first line. Yeah, God, but they're also your first line of defense. Build that relationship with them. Build just you knowing about your bloodline, and you knowing about you. Because when I started to build that deeper relationship with my ancestors, it was ancestors popping up from left and right. I'm talking about, I'll be in the shower because at times, because that's where the water, where water is at. That's sometimes where the ancestors, you hear them more clearly. So I'll be in the shower, on the toilet, anything, and it'll pop up in my mind, or it'll, like, ancestors will come to me that I haven't even met before, like ancestors from the 1800s. And this is something that shocked me, because I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. But it was an experience that was needed, because it's shown me, but them telling me and showing me, like, where they come from, who they were, like, as people. It's such a beautiful thing. And now I'm here because I live in Florida. Now that I'm here now, me going to the beach, hear them clear as day. Always. Me going to the beach, I hear them clear as day. and they're like they're always with me. And I have indigenous spirits and I have Congo spirits. And they're always with me, but my ancestors too. And I feel my brother so, so much. And I think that's a blessing to me. I may miss him physically. Sorry, also playing. Yeah, sometimes I miss him physically, but him showing up spiritually and me feeling him and him still cracking jokes, being the same person he always was. Him, my uncle, my cousin, my other uncle. It's such a blessing. Like I've met ancestors that I wasn't even alive when they were, here. My mother, like I can like I was telling my grandmother and my mother, oh, auntie this and this, she reached out to me. Does she have this color hair? Does she look like this? Does she love washing clothes? And they'd be like, yeah, how did you know this? And I'm like, I met her, she came to me. And so that's been me. But just excuse me, have fun with the experience. Have fun. Take your time. Take your time. Have fun. Let spirit guide you when it comes to spiritual guidance. You shouldn't listen to everyone out here. Let spirit guide you. Let spirit guide you. But have fun. That's why spirit guided me to the person who helped me learn so much. I won't say the person, but the people that helped me learn so much. It guided me to that. Like now, it's me getting out of my comfort zone. I wasn't so, yes, even when I meet people, I'm still just smiles, talkative now. But this is they want me to go like nationwide, like me going to internet, things like that. But this is to reach out everyone who's starting, But it was just me giving you guys a little backstory of me and how I started. Yeah, and just how I'm doing, like who am I and what do I do? And I'll also be talking about herbs too. So this is not the only one. This is just the beginning. Yeah, and I love herbs. Oh my goodness, I love herbs. And I love hobbies. I feel like hobbies help a lot. But we're going to talk about that next time. And affirmations. But it's just the backstory of me. But take y'all time. Have patience. Walk with your people. But build that relationship deeply with your people. Be okay with being fearless. Be okay with not caring what others think about you. Be okay with it. People could say, dang, she's this. Okay. Okay, Aaron. Because you can't tell me who I am if I'm already telling myself every day who, and I know who I am. So that just goes to me saying that. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.